Okay, so. Oh my gosh! Excuse me a moment. That's one way to start a video. So now that I've literally spilled the tea, allow me to metaphorically spill the tea and talk about what we're going to be making today. A couple of days ago, I was on my Patreon. I asked you guys if there were any ideas that you had for YouTube videos, and one of my wonderful patrons mentioned that they love poisonous plants. Now, historically speaking, I have had a little bit of a difficult time with making plants, so maybe sometimes I might avoid doing that. Anyways, because my patron asked me, I would literally do anything for you guys. So I decided that I would ask you all on Instagram what your favorite weird plants were, so that we can embark on a strange, unusual, and maybe stinky journey. I may have seen a couple of the responses. Apparently there's some really smelly stuff out there that I didn't know about. Okay, so let's see what y'all had to say. There's like 4 million of you that were like, Venus flytrap! The only part that I'm concerned about with the Venus flytrap is that little stem. I plan on doing it in a pot. We're gonna do Venus flytrap. Oh, dead dried snapdragons look like fairy skulls. That is true. They do look like fairy skulls. Someone is yelling, a rafflesia! I do not know what that is. Oh, yes, I will do this plant. I've seen these. It's a stinking corpse lily. A rafflesia, or stinking corpse lily, is a genus of parasitic flowering plant in the family of Rafflesia. Sick! I wish I could grow that in my garden. Yes! I'm so excited! Someone said it! Okay, so the next one that I'm really excited to see is the Lithop. When I went to a greenhouse, somebody said it a different way. I think they said it like Lithop, something. If you're upset with the way that I'm saying it, just understand that I'm having fun saying it that way, and you can say it your way, and we can still be friends, and that's good. Anyways, these look like living stones. Sometimes they have flowers popping out of them. They're really, really cute. The reason that I like them so much is because they look like little butts. Suddenly the bum bum blooms. There's nothing better in the world to me than a blooming bum bum, so we are definitely doing these. Someone said the pitcher plant. I remember I had a book of carnivorous plants as a little girl. I was very into it, and the pitcher plant I thought was so cool. It's just open, and all of the plants are like, something smells really good in here. And then they go inside, and then they drown, and the plant's like, yum, protein. Also, if it could make a sound, that's the sound it would make. Cat's eye dazzle. No, this is some AI boat. There's no way this plant exists and I don't know about it. Honey, the kitty flowers aren't real. They're not real, baby. But I love you and I'll keep you safe. I will discover all the plant scams. If those were real, I would love them too. It's a little guy with a little PPP. I am making these. This guy's really funny. Look at this silly little man. He's wearing a hat. Stop it. Stop. These are hilarious. I can't believe I almost missed these. I think we've got enough really good ideas to make some fun stuff today, so let's go have some fun. Man, I love these so much. They're like my favorite thing. This one's a butt inside a butt. I could have a million of them. I think that they are very cute. I want more of them. If anybody has a good recommendation for how to care for them, please let me know in the comments. I could use a little bit of a hand because I'm not the most experienced, but I do like them. I have kind of a little bit of a plan for this. Because I already have a planter here, I found these little dishes in my pantry that I used for creme brulee. And so I'm going to make some lithops that will fit inside of here, maybe a little family of them. Lithops actually come in a bunch of different colors, so I think I'm probably gonna do one green and a couple of a different color, and then we'll stick them in here so that it can look like a pretty little living rock garden. Or living butt garden. These are all the colors that I managed to scrounge up. We've got some tan and a sort of dusty pink. I figured we'd represent as many different colors as we possibly could. I don't know that I can fit too many in here, but I think 4 will probably be our maximum, and this seems to be a pretty good representation of what they look like. Plus, I'm going to be painting some more colors on them. Let's get to work making some bamstone. I could make this all day long. Also, some of the lithops have a little bean hiding inside of their butt, or the extra butt. The butt inside the butt. I would like this one to have a little butt bean. Boop. It's a Matryoshka doll of butts. Oh man. I don't think I even need to say anything. I'm now wondering where I should put the eyes on these to make the face. I'm thinking that I'll probably put them on the front, but oh man, it could be funny if I put them on the top. But then they lose the butt quality. I'm putting it on the side because I want little butts.
Yes, this will be perfect. I'm so excited for this, actually. Oh, I'm so glad I put these faces on the side now because I just came up with a funny little concept. I'm going to stick them in here and they're all going to be facing out because they're all so crowded together. They're all stuck in here together and they hate it. Yes. Perfect. Because I showed you guys so many of my shameful things, I'm showing you this bucket full of clay that has fallen on the floor. I dropped a whole tray of worrywurts once and I didn't want to throw them out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a fistful of this and then I'm actually gonna put it in the oven with the rest of the Lithops and we are gonna put it in that coffee grinder from when I made the dino nuggets so that I can make a little bit of fake soil. Soil for this type of plant tends to have these little white speckles in it. So I figure if I use some of this gunked up clay, it won't make too much difference and then we're not wasting anything.
To get the lithops looking a little bit more realistic, I took the time to paint the tops of them. Every lithop is unique in its own way, and one of the things that I noticed while painting is that they actually have lighter crevices and lighter chalky pieces on the top. I'm not really sure how or why this occurs in nature, but if anybody has any insight that they'd like to share, I would love to learn. I just found the patterns to be very interesting, and I think it's kind of cool that they can mix and match together and you can have endless combinations of different little butt beans.
I think this one is the most convincing one. It's really tricking my eye from over here. It looks like a lithop. Looking pretty good, guys. Angry plants, assemble.
That nasty clay that had fallen on the floor had been turned into sticks and baked. Never put unbaked clay in your coffee grinder. Make sure to bake it first.
What's going on in here? Oh, nothing bad. Great. Okay, so we've got a little Ziploc bag here. I'm going to dump the contents in, and then I've also got this air dry clay that we featured in another video. It didn't go very well, but I'm trying to find some uses for it, so I'm going to mix this with all of these little bits, and we're going to turn it into our soil. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ah, it's like tar. Get in there. Get in there. Okay, let's test this theory. Let's dip it in some of this first. This stuff looks pretty convincing inside there. God, I hate this clay so much. I feel like that one scene in Home Alone where he gets his shoe stuck in the tar on the stairs. But it's my hands and I'm trying to make art. My version of a nightmare. I like the soil in my planters a little bit. We're executing it semi-professionally. I would appreciate it if you would cooperate with my efforts to make you into something. It looks like soil though. For all the extra trouble that I'm going through is worth the effort. Like this is looking pretty convincing to me. My God, that utterly destroyed my gloves. Okay, I'm gonna get this cleaned up before I put anything in there. Also got some real rocks here to match. Okay, this stuff actually does have a use. That's perfect. Like it is accepting the sculpture, no problem. Hey, this stuff gave me a ton of grief, but it makes really excellent soil, so it's holding on to everything. Every supply has its purpose. Need to find a way to make it shine. I'm so excited to show you guys how this turns out, but I want to wait until the final reveal, so let's get to work on that stinky lily.
I'm doing some research about the Rafflesia. Guy who's just like shoving his face into this very stinky flower. He doesn't look like he's enjoying himself, but I feel like this guy is just trying his best to hold it together because he's so close to this flower and it smells so bad. Look at his face. I've got headphones on, but he's not having a good time. No, okay, that's enough. Whew. I do not want his job.
So I've got a lot of scraps here of different pieces of red that I have started and never completed. I think this should be enough to make our corpse lily. This is the tricksy part, making sure that I get it off of here. Oh yeah. I think the overall vibes that I would like for this one is for this to be the mouth and for it to look like it's just screaming. Of course, who wouldn't want a screaming, stinky, rotten fish flower? I'm excited to attach everything together and then put some eyes on it. When they're found in the wild, they're little parasites, so they're just sitting there. So I kind of want that vibe. So on the back of this flower, there's just kind of a hole, and I'm worried it's gonna fall apart. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if I gave it a secret baboon butt. Basically, you won't be able to see it, but there'll be a little red booty right here. Only you and I will know. It's our little secret. That sounded way more menacing than I wanted it to. I wanted it to be like fun and cute. The dark secret of the baboon butt. You know, not like a round juicy booty, but a booty that's been a little bit like deflated and forgotten. Because I don't think there are any pictures of what the back of this flower looks like. I think that they all have a secret little butt crack. Just sort of like a wrinkled, forgotten bum. Oh yeah. This increases the sort of desperate look. Now I just have to figure out the center. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little ball and we'll make sure that it fits. I'm going to stick a bunch of toothpicks in it so that we got that kind of spiky interior, and then I'll paint it after the fact and we'll put it on in. And he will look like he is screaming. Does it look kind of like a turtle to anybody else? Like a happy singing turtle? Maybe he's not in anguish. Maybe he's like, I'm happy and I smell like fish. Who doesn't want to celebrate their stanky fish smell? I sure love to. All right.
I'm gonna make you watch while I cut them into little pieces.
Tell me where he is. This is not an effective way to do this. So far I've gotten one, and there's like mystery spikes all over my room. Is that gonna stop me from continuing this method? No, I'm gonna continue to do this. Why? Because I'm having fun, and that's all that matters. Oh, I stabbed him right in the mouth. Oh no. I'll help you out there, bud. Didn't think I would like this one so much, but it's really adorable.
The Rafflesia was a lot of fun to sculpt, and I've got to say that I was super surprised with how it turned out. I didn't expect to like it this much, but I absolutely love this one. I'll make sure to show you all this little friend in the final reveal. It is so stinking cute. See what I did there? But for now, it's time to move on to Venus Flytrap.
I'm going to be making the base of the head out of aluminum foil just because I want it to be a little bit lighter. If I'm going to be putting this thing on a fake stem in a pot, I don't want it to be too heavy, and if we made the entire thing out of polymer clay, it would just fall over. Now the wire that I'm going to be building my armature out of is actually gardener's wire. I find that because this stuff is used to support plants, it's actually really good for building strong structures when it comes to doing a sculpture.
I also highly recommend, if you're trying to build a base like this, twisting the wires together so that they get extra strong, and also making sure that you reinforce it with another layer of tinfoil after you've added it to your original ball. Once we'd gotten the shape that we wanted out of our base, I covered everything with clay, and then I sliced into it with a really sharp X-Acto knife to make sure that I'd gotten right through the aluminum foil. Now I know a lot of the other creatures that we are doing today are photorealistic, but I was kind of wanting to do a little bit more of a sassy cartoon version for this one, so she's got a little bit of a sly mouth.
Okay, so I was kind of trying to figure out how we were going to cover up this stem. I just remembered that I have some cause clay, which bakes at the same temperature as regular polymer clay. I'm gonna be able to cover all of this up, texturize it, and then it's going to look like it's actually a vine. When I tested putting an eye on this, why, it's Gertie, the happy fly trap. Everyone's favorite household pet. It's Gertie, the perky flytrap. She's even got her own theme song. She's coming on through, don't you give her no good. Okay, suddenly this is actually really cute.
Now, smoothing out Gertie's head would be dang near impossible, so I took one of my favorite silicone tools and went to work dotting and creating lines. The overall look that I was attempting to achieve was a blossom or a seed pod that had yet to open, and I think we really got that.
Okay, so it is time for me to add some little teeth in. I'm planning on painting these red after the fact, and we'll be doing some fun painting and detailing to this, but I'm really pleased with the shape. I was kind of nervous about how this was going to turn out, but I'm really liking the personality that's coming through with this character. Fussy. Oh, that's adorable. Look how cute. I'm going to bake the head, and then we are going to cover this in cause clay and attach it to its base. Adorable and also sinister. The red teeth really make this look a little frightening. Oh, nice. It's a perfect fit. Ah, so cute. I just have to put something in here so that it will stay weighted down. Wow, things are really working out today. I know you guys have to often watch me struggle, but the art gods are on our side today. Just gonna glue our little friend in here and offer her some support from some rocks. Oh no, it's falling through the holes. That's not what I want for you. Oh God, don't burn my fingers. I've got some pretty little leaves here. I'm just gonna pop these on.
And we finished Gertie off by cleaning her eyes and adding a pair of long, luscious lashes.
Hello there, darling. What have I created? She sure is a fly trap. Ooh.
And now that Gertie's all finished, it's time for a word from our sponsor, aka me. I don't like talking about my shop, but I have one. I'm here to yell next to my husband. My husband is working. Ah! Hey, honey, you want to do the ad segment? You tell him all about it.
CarisCuttlefish.com. Get some blankies.
What good stuff do they got at CarisCuttlefish.com?
We got a pumpkin blush. We got some beans. We got some cards. We got it all.
We got it all. Anything else you want to add?
Okay, bye.
So it turns out that the monkey orchid also goes by another name. It's called the naked man orchid. Like straight up, it's just a naked dude wearing a hat. I think I'm just going to make some of the flowers. I'm not going to make the whole thing. And fingers crossed that I don't get demonetized for replicating this very natural thing. Make sure that you like and subscribe because I might not be earning any AdSense from this. I'm just doing what y'all told me to. These guys just look like they're hanging out together. Oh, hey, Larry, how was your barbecue last week? It was great, Gregory. I feel like because so many of them were holding hands, we have to make a couple. You all right, mate? You what? You all right, mate? Yeah, you all right, mate? Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Thanks for asking. I'm making my own little army. Army. I'm gonna do this one's hand like this so that they can hold hands. Oh, they love each other. It's nice. I'm barely able to contain myself now. I'm very concerned about what it's gonna be like when I actually give them their anatomical appendages. Como una luz fugaz. Looking a little Elvis-y to start. Time, gentlemen. Well, there's your tail. You guys are about to get mad at me in the comments. Just don't. Someone told me to do this. I'm just trying to make y'all happy. It's a flower, okay? Okay, these are fresh from the oven and they're standing up on their own, but this is acting like a kickstand. Oh my gosh, something about this feels very wrong.
Talk about nude painting, hey friends? These actually didn't turn out to be as offensive as I thought they would. They're actually kind of pretty, like painted china. And now that they're all done, it's time for us to go and visit the pitcher plant.
So this one is the last one that we are doing. I feel like they look like those Muppets that go yip 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 yip. Look a little complicated, but I think we can handle it. I think the part that I'm finding the most intimidating about this one is that it's got to be partially hollowed out. I don't want it to look all like wonky. Of course, I saved the one I was the most hesitant about for last. I love a bit of mystery, I do. Well, this is a technique. This is one way to achieve our goal. Oh, it's holding on. No, let go. So I'm gonna use a little piece of wire here just to support our, ooh, tapping it in the wrong place, Karis. Be careful, pay attention. Just to support the lid that's going to be kind of singing open. After seeing that it looks like those singing aliens from the Muppets, I think I'm a little bit inspired. Screaming pitcher plant like that. Don't know why I hesitated. All of these have been so great today. Cannot wait to finish this now. It's gonna be very funny. Oh, oopie. Oh, that really is a good. Nature knew what it was doing. I can't get that back. It's not coming out. Well, I guess we know why all of the buggies get stuck in there. Oh my goodness. Open! Not again! Oh my goodness. From this angle, it looks incredibly happy, and then when you tilt it, okay, so right now, I know that this just kind of looks like a flattened Squidward vase, but I swear that once it's painted, it's gonna look a lot more like what we're trying to make it look like. Darling, I love this shade of lipstick on you. This is the next big beauty trend, pulling your lipstick up over top of your nose. You heard it here first. This thing is really scary. It's like a veiny, open, clown mouth plant demon. I feel afraid of this object. Do not want this in my home. If you want this in your home, please let me know in the comments. Someone come take this. I'm scared of it and I don't want it near me. I swear, I'm not trying to make it look creepy. I'm just painting what I see.
And now that I've made at least one thing that's going to give me some nightmares, I have a small surprise. I made some tiny flies, and I put them inside of our Venus flytrap, as well as our pitcher plant.
Really? This is horrific. Oh no, I just shoved my whole arm in paint. Well, I'm gonna go get myself cleaned up. And I guess it's time for the Moody Glamour shots. Enjoy!
Thanks for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun making all of these. Except if I had to pick a least favorite, it would probably be the pitcher plant, just because it creeps me out to look at it.
On every level, this thing is horrible.
And if we're talking about least favorites, we've got to talk about my absolute favorite, which was the Lithops. I thought that they were so cute, and I felt really happy with how they turned out.
I'm looking through the camera lens, and I'm utterly being fooled right now. These look so much like Lithops. Like this one, if I didn't know that I sculpted this, I would be fooled right now by this little screen I'm staring into.
At the end of the day, though, it was really hard for me to pick a favorite because all of these ended up being such fun characters for me. I just hope they didn't mind being the butt of my jokes for the day. Also, these orchids ended up looking pretty tasteful for how they started out. I think it's time that we all had a nap after all that sculpting. Let me know which ones were your favorites in the comments below, and a special thanks to my patrons for making this episode possible. If you're looking for more to watch, go check it out yourself. Okay, I love you. Bye!